Hey everybody, Bill and Deb.
Hi there.
We're kind of giggling because we started the video 3 times. First, I forgot to turn on the microphones. Then other things cropped up that I had to deal with. I think we just got around way too early this morning. I think that's part of the problem.
That may be part of it.
I might need another cup of coffee.
That could be.
Anyway, we just thought we'd just visit for a little bit this morning. We got a couple things that we wanted to kind of cover a little bit. Those of you, some have already figured it out from previous videos, but we're back at our favorite campground here in North Florida. I'm not going to say any more than that.
Thank you.
Well, it doesn't really matter. Somehow word got out that we were going to be here, and we did have a few friends that were going to meet us here anyway, but then word got out, and according to the staff here at the campground, there's going to be several people coming in here that we didn't know about that are coming because we're here.
They're just coming in to tell Marvin and Mary bye.
Well, that's true. That's true too. And we had to let the cat out of the bag there too.
I don't know that that's a cat.
Okay. Well, I wasn't going to go there, but we'll go there briefly. Marvin and Mary is fixing to go on a new adventure.
Right. A lot of you are familiar with their walkthrough video,
and they've been good friends of ours for ever since day one.
Yeah.
And they're fixing to go on a new adventure, but we're not going to go any further than that until we have permission to discuss it from them. But it is an exciting adventure that they're fixing to go on here. But that's enough of that. It's a beautiful day here. We're going to be spending a few more weeks here.
Could be more beautiful.
Yeah, it could be more beautiful. The weather has been
well, all over the country it's been that way.
Yeah, it's
just
been weird.
weird.
This is a strange winter, and it's even affected us more so down here than normal, during this time of the year.
We're anxiously awaiting for the temperature to climb so we can get on the river in our kayak.
Yeah, and we do have plans. We got all kinds of plans to get on the river with our kayak. We're probably this afternoon we're going to take these things out and go ride a part of a primitive trail, as in non-paved, and check it out.
That's the plan.
For future
it may have to wait till tomorrow, but we'll see how it goes.
We'll see how it goes. But it's supposed to get up in the 70s.
Yeah,
it's earlier in the morning normally than we get around and get out and have our breakfast done and all that. But anyway, I'm not going to say what time it is.
I don't even know.
Say, what?
I don't even know
anyway,
what time it is.
But what we thought we would talk about here for just a little bit, we got a comment here a while back, and I'm sure the person commenting meant well. I don't think there was any anything.
No, I didn't get that at all.
Negative by the comment at all. We want to say that right out of the chute. But the comment was, "Are you guys about ready to get back into a house?"
Seeing as how March 1 marks 5 years.
Yeah, which is just around the corner.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
it's hard to believe that we've been doing this.
And of course, the short answer is no.
No.
Yeah, but let's talk about why we do what we're doing, and how do I put this? We are up in years. We're both.
Now, watch it.
I'm over 70.
Don't listen to him.
And Deb is not. But we've had our health issues like a lot of people. Of course, everybody out there that's followed our channel for any length of time know that I have type 2 diabetes, and that a few years ago I had issues with my foot, which also stemmed from a head-on collision that I was involved in back in 2000?
2000.
Wow. Which really boogered up my right foot real bad, and then of course complications ensued after that, and came real close to using the foot.
But we would have had to dealt with that whether we were in our present lifestyle or in a sticks and brick. I mean, that's just a health issue.
Yeah, but however, one thing that I wanted to go to as far as this is concerned is that at the time Deb worked in the medical field, and she was able to get the doctor's personal dictation of the events, of doing the surgery and everything, what they ended up doing. But in the doctor's remarks, he said that he had fully expected to have to remove the foot in a short period of time. He figured that in the next couple of years or so that we would be taking the foot off. Well, it's been longer than that. I still got it, and the foot's doing fine.
That has nothing to do with our current lifestyle.
It does in a way, and let me tell you why.
Okay.
Because if we would have been staying in a house, and of course doing what Humana wants us to do, which Humana wants us to sit around and wait for them to call us and say, we want to come by and do our in-home patient review thing, kind of that thing. And if we would have sit around like they really want us to do, what they want old people to do, just so they can come by and do all this stuff, that would have meant that we would not have led a very active life, in my opinion anyway.
Well, it's just like a gentleman I was talking to, a friend of ours that we've met through the channel, was by yesterday to visit, and he's this far away from going full time. And he says, what are your thoughts on it? And I said, well, what would you be doing in your sticks and brick that you're not doing now? And he says, nothing. I have my comfortable chair to sit in. I have my bed to sleep in. I have my shower. I said, and you have all of this for the great outdoors. If you were home, you'd be sitting on your porch waiting for death.
It's true.
And he said, you're right.
and that's basically my attitude about the whole thing as well. Well, our attitude together. Yeah, I'd love to have. I had a very, very comfortable chair when we had a house. And it was so neat when I come in at the end of the day from my job, which was not a difficult job. Well, it would be difficult for some. It's just that what I did for the flooring company that I worked for was easy for me because I had done it for so long. So it wasn't really a hard job, but it was still neat when I'd come in, at the end of the day, and I'd grab me a snack.
Or supper be ready, depending.
Depending on what time of the day it was, but usually I got home before Deb did. So I would end up grabbing me a snack, and what would I do? Immediately I would go straight to my favorite chair, sit down in that nice comfortable chair with that snack sitting next to me, which also included a Diet Coke as well. Which, by the way, I haven't had a Diet Coke now in 2 years, and Deb's been a lot longer than that. But that's what I would have done, and sat there and watched TV and ate on this snack that is not good for me either, and just sit there and waited for her. Then when she got home, then we'd either decide if we was going to go out to dinner somewhere, and we'd go eat something we shouldn't eat at one of our favorite restaurants, or we would, fix something at home, and right back on the couch again.
Until bedtime.
And then,
and the next day would do it all again.
Yeah. And consequently,
oh my gosh.
Consequently, that wasn't good. Now, I know some of you are going to think, well, Bill, I've been around when you're at these campgrounds, and I've seen you eat. Yeah, you're right. I still eat things that aren't good for me when you've got all these people that want to cook stuff for you and stuff, and I still eat things that aren't good for me.
But the difference is now is that he walks.
Right.
Or rides his bike.
Right.
Whereas before he would sit in his chair.
Right. So I still get out and I do things, and I tell myself, okay, I've got to keep on going out there. And it's just like what's fixing to come up here. Jack and Denise will be showing up. Jack makes the best, what are those pancakes? Sourdough pancakes. Oh, man. And Denise, she bakes me a upside down German chocolate cake. I know.
And then they better be taking him for a bike ride.
Then we'll be going for a bike ride. So yeah, the thing about it is, I truly believe, as far as my health is concerned, and Deb's as well, that had we have stayed in a house, or if we allowed ourselves to get back into a house at this stage, I think that we go right back, eventually end up right back what we were doing before, and our health would continue to deteriorate. Quite honestly, since we started doing this, I don't feel like that our health has deteriorated at all.
And we cannot even begin to tell you about the awesome people that we have met, which we now consider friends.
Yes.
We can't even begin to tell you how that would be different than when we were actually in our house.
Yeah, we don't hardly ever.
Now-
we have some really good friends in Northwest Arkansas,
A few.
and huh?
A few.
A few.
And our kids.
Yeah. And we spend time with them while we're there, and we're looking forward to that when we get back. And when we're gone, they miss us, we miss them. But also, we have all of these friends. Just like tomorrow, there's at least
There'll be 14 couples that I could count off.
that are we consider now to be good friends that are going to be showing up. Plus, other people that are going to be showing up that have reached out to us via email to let us know they're going to be here.
Anyway,
you know,
it's just we're not delusional. We
No.
know that eventually, maybe we will have to do that. Go back to a regular, probably a, kid's basement or something.
right. No, don't get me wrong. Sometimes I personally, and Deb as well, we have to literally sometimes kick ourselves in the rear and say, okay, we got to get out and do this thing. It's just like these bikes you see hanging right here. I purposely got a step over type bike, even though I'm older and a little stiffer, but I got the step over bike because that forces me to stretch so I can get up over and onto the seat of that bike.
We
Little things that to help keep me flexible, or as flexible as I can possibly be with everything going on,
and
with
yes,
these old
there
bones.
are days when I don't even want to get out of bed, and and then I realize this is ridiculous. Get yourself up out of here.
Yeah.
Get outside.
Yeah. So we're having fun.
Yes.
We're enjoying life. I truly feel that as far as activities are concerned and being able to get out and do stuff, we are doing these things a lot easier than we would have been able to do so had we have stayed in a house.
I think
And
so.
we're going to avoid going back to a house as long as possible, if for nothing else, for those reasons alone.
Right.
Not to mention all of the wonderful people we've met and the
And the
friends that
things
we've
we've
made.
seen.
And the things we've seen.
experiences
and
we've
still
had.
about to see.
Yeah.
Now, I do want to touch briefly on one little bitty thing. And I just want to touch on it briefly, and we can tell this in our views when we upload different types of videos. Whenever we do review videos on products, the views are less. And we've even had a few derogatory comments come on, like you're becoming an influencer and that's not how you gained your notoriety and stuff like this. Well, let me tell you something, folks. We get approached every single week. Sometimes multiple
daily.
times during the week from all different kinds of manufacturers out there and companies out there that want us to do reviews on their products. And we are very selective on the ones that we do. We only do reviews on products that we feel that other people might find of interest.
Or that we personally have been wondering about.
Yeah, wondering about ourselves, and something that some people that live this lifestyle might be able to use this same product.
Right.
Those are the only kind of reviews that we do. We have a special relationship with Hofsco, and I know some of you may be looking at this and saying, that don't look like the bikes they had just a few weeks ago, and it's not.
No.
No. Hofsco sent us these bikes to try, but let me tell you something. Since we started doing these e-bike reviews, we also have noticed that a lot of friends and acquaintances that we have, before we started doing this, they did not have bikes either.
No.
Now they all have bikes. When a bunch of us got together here a while back, about 2 or 3 weeks ago, a whole bunch of us went for a bike ride on a trail over on the other side of Gainesville. They're getting out there and doing activities, even them, our friends, that they would have never done before. And we feel like we're not going to take 100% credit for that, but we do feel like that part of the reason why they are doing that is because of what we did.
Well, I think it's if those old people can do it, anybody can.
Yeah, maybe that's what it is.
Maybe that's the
And
attitude.
keep this in mind too. At our last rendezvous in Pickensville, Alabama, which to date is the largest one we've had so far, we had well over 160 people there.
Yes.
I would say 90% of all the people there showed up with bikes,
Some kind of bicycle.
some kind of bike of some kind, and
Yeah.
and most of them were e-bikes, and So when we had our bike parade, it was pretty awesome. When I look back there, when we had our bike parade, and all these people were following us, you know, on their bikes. And so people are getting into that. Keep in mind this too, folks, those of you that follow the channel. If it hadn't have been for our relationship with this particular company, in addition to the fact that we've inspired other folks to get out there and get e-bikes and start riding, whether it be this brand or not,
It doesn't have to be.
doesn't matter to us, okay? But not only have we feel like that there's been an inspiration there that has caused other people to go out and get these bikes and start riding. If it hadn't have been for that relationship, we couldn't have given away a $1,700 e-bike as the grand prize at the last rendezvous. Hovsco gave that to us to give away at this rendezvous, you know. And if it hadn't have been for the kind of relationship we have with this company, that wouldn't have happened. We wouldn't have been able to do something like that. So we're not the only ones that benefit from these reviews that we do for these different companies. But keep in mind, you know, we've done so far, I think, 3 different reviews on 3 different power stations, you know, portable power stations, or if you want to call them solar generators. I don't really like it when they refer to them as solar generators. And we can't hang on to 3 of them. So, you know, when we find someone that's in need for something like that, guess what? We take care of them, because we don't need that. We pass it on. We pass it on to other folks. What happened to the other bikes that we had? Well, there's a couple that didn't have bikes but wanted bikes, couldn't afford them, and guess what? They've got bikes now. And we pass it on to those people, but we wanted to make sure that the people that ended up with those bikes were people that would truly use them and enjoy them, you know. And so that's the whole idea about all this thing. So please don't get upset when you see us do a product review. I mean, there's other folks that benefit from that, not just us.
You got way off topic.
I'm sorry, but
The
I felt like
topic-
it had to be said.
The topic was, are you about ready to get back into a house?
No.
That was the topic.
Well, I know, but still, we might as well talk about that while we're here.
Yeah.
You know, if we were still sitting in a house, we wouldn't be out riding bikes like this and
Not like
going
this. We did have bicycles when we was at a house.
out. Right.
But
We didn't get on them that often.
no.
You know.
Even though we just lived a short ways
Yeah.
from the bike trail.
Yeah, like a half a block from one of the most beautiful bike trails in the whole country.
You know, so there it is.
But so, you know, that's all I have to say about that.
So
I think.
at this point in time, we plan on continuing with this lifestyle as long as God and our health allows us.
You know, you really look good today.
It's because I washed my hair.
Oh, yeah, but you really.
You know, here we go. Whatever. His eyesight's failing, so that is a concern. I may need a driver.
Every morning I tell her I woke up with a beautiful
May need
woman.
a driver. May be making that announcement.
Did I ever tell you that often when we were living in a house? Did I ever wake up every morning and say, I just woke
No,
up with a
because I
beautiful
got
woman?
up first and got ready for work. Letting kid you.
Yeah, she had to be at work before I did.
Yes. Anyway,
Guess that's
we are
enough.
thoroughly enjoying it. We appreciate all of our friends and all of you for watching, and we hope we can continue to this lifestyle.
And we wish you could come and see us at the rendezvous in Missouri that we're having in June. But from what I understand, the campground filled up in, what, a day and a half
Yeah.
when
Who
we
knew?
announced it. Yeah, who knew?
Anyway.
And guess what? That particular campground is noted for cyclists. And so you're going to see I'm sorry, folks, you're going to see a lot of bike riding when we go there.
That's just
That's all
one of
there
our
is to it.
things.
Yep. And it's not just going to be us. It's going to be all those other people out there living a similar lifestyle. So there's something to it. Anyway, this is Bill and Deb with I Ride Tiny House Adventures. You know exactly what we're going to say. We're not camping.
We are living.
Y'all get out there and you do some living. And we'll see you again soon. Bye-bye now.
Bye-bye.